Hi everyone, I'm David Wojcik and this is MBOT TV. Stories we covered this week: how does the recent federal budget affect you and your business? We meet the creator of Molly Maid, and our weekly political update with Brad Butt, who has news on an update on the cannabis legislation, who's running for the PC party in the new Mississauga Centre riding, and what was in the throne speech that was delivered last week. Welcome to MBOT TV, a weekly recap of what happened in business at the Mississauga Board of Trade and around the city of Mississauga. The recent federal budget delivered by Minister Bill Morneau created much confusion in the business community and a fair degree of uncertainty. To explain why, here's Dave Thompson, a tax expert with MNP LLP.
Well, I'll go back to these proposals. These proposals right now, like as I mentioned, with the conversion of dividends to capital gains, there's uncertainty in terms of whether they'll attack the transactions. With the income splitting rules, I know the Canadian Bar and the CPA have made a submission with regard to the income splitting rules, pointing out deficiencies in the way it's drafted. With regard to the passive income rules, they announced in the budget, but there's going to be some pushback. There'll be less pushback than what there was in the July proposals. But overall, we have a period of uncertainty. And what happens when there's a period of uncertainty is people just don't act. So it's not a good thing to have when you don't know what's going to happen. It's difficult to plan.
Watch for the expanded interview with Dave Thompson on these tax changes and how they affect your business on the MBOT website. The Growth and Power Executive Series continued this month with one of the creators of Molly Maid, a company that was started here in Mississauga the same year former Mayor Hazel McCallion was first elected mayor. Chris Stringer explained to a full house how Molly Maid became an international brand.
I kind of akin Molly to our little Molly. Adrian and I conceived her, and she gave her birth, and we changed the diapers and did all the things that were necessary when she was at that infancy stage. And we met Jim McKenzie, and Jim, it's really unfortunate that both these people are not here. Then Jim was the one that took it and created the extraordinary team that we have today. This is our Canadian team. We have a team in the United States and one in Great Britain. And they're the ones that Jim assembled and created the international organization that we have today that's highly respected and known as what it is.
MBOT's annual business directory is gearing up for its 2018 edition. This directory is distributed to thousands of businesses in Mississauga and is a one-stop source to find suppliers. Don't miss this opportunity to promote your business and brand. Would you like to see your business advertised to hundreds of MBOT members right here every week on this banner? Call Sonia Oja or Hillary Jewer for details and elevate your brand today. And now for our political update with Director of Government Relations, Brad Butt. Brad?
Well, thanks, David. The former Lakeview generating station lands in Mississauga have been sold to a private developer consortium. Ontario Power Generation announced the sale of its 177-acre site located east of Cawthra Road, south of Lakeshore Road East, in a news release issued on March the 20th. The consortium, known as Lakeview Community Partners Limited, purchased the property for $275 million and will begin the transformative work of redeveloping the former industrial land into a vibrant mixed-use community. While the Senate barely gave approval in principle to the Cannabis Act last week so that Bill C-45 can continue through to legalize recreational marijuana in Canada, the bill will continue to be debated with a final vote in the Senate expected in May. The government has signaled its intention to legalize marijuana sometime later this summer. Former Ontario PC leadership candidate Tanya Gronick-Allen has announced she will seek the party's nomination in the new Mississauga Centre riding. The PC party has called for a new nomination in the riding because of some irregularities it discovered in the previous vote. Ontario Finance Minister Charles Sousa will deliver his final budget of this Parliament on Wednesday, and the government has sent signals of lots of new spending and going back to running a deficit to fund it. Business will also be looking to see what support and relief is provided to offset the impact of the Fair Workplaces and Better Jobs Act, and whether the government has listened to advice provided through the Ontario Chamber of Commerce Vote Prosperity platform. Well, last Monday, I attended the Ontario Throne speech delivered by Lieutenant Governor Elizabeth Dowdeswell. The speech opened the third session of the 41st Parliament. Well, that speech was all about spending, with the government promising billions more for hospitals, healthcare, seniors, pharmacare, free tuition, and public infrastructure. This session of the legislature, however, will be one of the shortest, with the election writ drop expected by early May. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Brad. And here's what's coming up at your Mississauga Board of Trade. On April 4th, Membership Matters is at MBOT, a session for new members to discover all the great benefits that your Mississauga Board of Trade has to offer. Seasoned members are always welcome to stop by for a refresher. On April 5th, our annual Politicians Reception brings together MPs, MPPs, municipal politicians, and school trustees to gather for a meet and greet to discuss the issues of the day. On April 11th, Good Morning Mississauga bounces into the Sky Zone Trampoline Park. Come out and experience a unique place to have your next team building event. Book a speaker spot. Where else can you make over 100 cold calls in just 2 minutes? On April 12th, put success into your succession plan, a comprehensive session covering what you need to do today to make your business more saleable in the future. On April 18th, join us as we prepare to go to South Africa. 11 days including airfare, accommodation, meals, and attraction entry fees, all for only $3,649. And for a small extra charge, you can add on 3 days in Dubai. On April 19th, we go out on the town to Whitehall offices for Good Evening Mississauga, a casual networking and social event. And save the date for our annual MBOT 9 Dine and Network Golf Classic on June 20th at the Royal Woodbine Golf Club. Details about these stories and events are available at www.mbot.com. Until next week, this is David Wojcik, wishing you continued success in your business.